And it's a Monday morning. Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope that you're enjoying the inspiration that is this Monday so far. Are you enjoying it?
I love how you feel inspired. Yes, I love Mondays. I really do. And I love early mornings too. Well, seeing this is your Feel Good Breakfast show, we want to wake you up with a cup of coffee.
Yeah, and earlier on we were exploring the island of Reunion, which, by the way, was once known by its French name, Bourbon, right? And apparently, like Hawaii, because it's located in a place that there's volcanoes around, the soil is rich and perfect for planting coffee there.
So they do have the best coffee, and it's a 4-hour flight from Gauteng, Johannesburg. But don't take our word for it. Reunion Islands and coffee, this is why.
I'm drinking it.
Jutting out of the ocean like a shield cloaked in green, Reunion is an island that offers astounding geographical diversity. It was once known by its French name Bourbon, and it's very similar to the island of Hawaii. Both are located above hotspots under the Earth's crust. As a result, Reunion's climate is ideally suited for coffee production. Expresso's adventure led the crew to a plantation famous for its Bourbon Pointu coffee that is exclusively produced on the island. And its name implies the shape of the coffee plant and the beans themselves are pointed. I just had to take a closer look.
And it's another beautiful day for me here in the Reunion Island, and exploring continues. Now, very interesting, here on the island you will find one of the world's most expensive coffee. Who would have thought? It was once served to the kings of France, and it is considered the best Arabica coffee in the world. And today I'm meeting a lovely lady, owner of one of these very unique plantations, to tell me a bit more about the coffee.
As Bourbon Pointu coffee only grows on the island and only a select few have permission to cultivate it. Reunion only has 60 farmers who are allowed to produce this coffee, and I was quite keen to join their ranks.
You live in the most beautiful place. If you ever need extra help, I'm available.
Ce serait avec beaucoup de plaisir.
She said she's very happy to welcome you, but she needs to train you first.
How long have you been cultivating coffee, and how big is your plantation? Because I'm quite impressed. Walking in here, I see this wave of green coffee plants.
Cette parcelle de café, je l'ai...
Miss Vitry started cultivating in 2003, and her plantation is 3,000 square meter big and steep.
It's considered to be the best Arabica coffee in the world. What does it take to grow this coffee, and what makes it so unique?
It makes it unique because this species, it's called the leigh-anne Arabica. It is unique here on Bourbon Island, and it has a very specific taste, very elegant, refined, with a low level of caffeine.
And in terms of the climate, the soil, what makes Reunion the perfect spot to grow it?
Well, the perfect weather, the perfect soil is right on Reunion Island, They have to select specific soil, specific, coffee trees, and also specific farmers, are keen to learn and to do it the proper way.
And it is one of the most expensive coffees in the world. Why is that? What makes it so expensive?
It is one of the most expensive in the world because there is a high demand because of its quality. We produce only 2 tons a year, but we need to produce 3 times more because of the high demand. And it is exclusive on this island. This Bourbon Pointu coffee grows only here. So to give you an idea, we have a big waiting list of people ordering from Japan, from Austria, from the States, and we just provide 5% of the demand. So we need to get on, producing more and more so the business gets successful. So we are looking for extra soil, we are training extra farmers, and we are planting new coffee, strictly selected, so that we have the best production with the highest quality possible. We call the Grand Cru quality. Because we have 3 different qualities, but we are looking for the best of the best to make sure we keep very exclusive.
The selected farmers have to choose the perfect plants and find the ideal soil. The cooperative responsible for producing the coffee will then select by hand the best beans, which will eventually be exported to overseas markets.
Looking at these trees, I wouldn't say they are coffee trees. They look more like a fruit tree bearing cherries.
Yes, comparing to the original Arabica tree, it is much denser, with smaller leaves, and those trees can grow up to 8-9 meters, so they have to trim it every year. When they trim them, they get denser, wider, so it looks like a fruit tree.
And I'm sure it is very labor intensive because everything is harvested by hand.
You're right. So it increases the value of the coffee.
Faut qu'il soit Bordeaux.
Yes, it has to be picked up when it has a red border color, not before, and it is very dense, so you really have to look through it and come back every week to get the new ones, new beans red.
Well, I can't wait to taste some of this coffee. Should we head down?
Please, let's do it.
Okay.
Cultural norms dictate that before one can fully enjoy a cup of Bourbon coffee, certain preparations have to be properly adhered to. The water has to be at an optimum temperature, and then add a precise amount of coffee to each cup. And I was more than ready for my induction.
I cannot wait to get my lips on this very unique coffee. So how do you go about preparing it?
On va pour préparer le café, on va commencer par chauffer de l'eau
So we
d'abord.
warm up the water first.
De l'eau à pH neutre
The water has to have a neutral pH,
et à 94 degrés.
exactly 94 degrees before boiling.
On va peser le café, moi je vais le mesurer.
She must weigh the coffee.
Pour faire du Bourbon Pointu, il faut 7 grammes pour 10 centilitres d'eau.
A true Bourbon café has to be with 7 grams for 10 centiliters of water.
The optimum way to make coffee is to use the French press, also known as a coffee plunger. It is the best way to get all the flavor. The coffee needs to be in contact with the water for at least 5 minutes to fully release all the aroma and flavor.
How do you drink the coffee? Do you add milk? Do you add sugar, or just as is?
Oh non, on ne rajoute rien du tout, et surtout pas de sucre.
Nothing, no sugar, no milk, nothing. It has to be pure.
Vous avez l'habitude de boire du café en mettant du sucre parce qu'il y a des notes que vous n'aimez pas. L'amertume, par
Normally,
exemple.
people using sugar is because they maybe have too much bitterness in it, or they have a lack of aroma. This coffee has so much aroma and flavor, very subtle, that you don't need sugar to cover it.
Well, after all that, I can't wait to have a cup of coffee. Madame, please make me a cup of coffee.
On va le faire.
Before drinking a cup of this exclusive coffee, first have a whiff and then take in all the flavors such as citrus, cacao and dried fruits.
Mais en faisant du bruit.
You really sip slowly, to really enjoy the aroma. So air has to come with coffee in your mouth, to mix together.
Est-ce qu'il vous faut du sucre avec ça?
Would you like sugar with it?
No, thank you. Well, now I can officially say that I've tasted the best of the best, fit for a king. And with a view like that, you can't get any better. Cheers.
Adventure in life is good. Coffee with a view is even better. And Reunion offers it all in abundance.